SI unit is Newton second, the CGS unit is Dian second, and this is the conversion factor, then 1 Newton second is 10 to the power 5 Dian second. And the dimensional formula will be like this: M1 L1 T minus 2, and its dimensional formula is same as that of momentum. 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 Okay, its dimensional formula is same as that of momentum. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. So pause the screen and write it down. ये लिखो बेटा यहाँ तक. It's quite basic. Okay, now another important point is that impulse momentum theorem. Impulse momentum theorem. Impulse momentum theorem. Okay, statement. First of all, write down the statement of impulse momentum theorem. Statement of impulse momentum theorem is that impulse per force is equal to the change in momentum of the object. Simple. Okay, so it's like this. The impulse, simply it's like this: impulse of a force equals to change in linear momentum of particle. Change in linear momentum of particle. Okay, that is, impulse is simply equal to delta P. It's like this: impulse is equal to delta P. Okay, so there's a statement and छोटा सा proof. Okay, quite easy. Here I will write down the proof of this. And first of all, what we mean by impulse? How we define impulse? Impulse is defined as the force multiplied by time taken. So here I will write down force multiplied by delta T, isn't it? Now here I will substitute the equation for the average force, and we know that the average force is equal to delta P divided by delta T. ठीक है ना बेटा? So here I will write out it is equal to delta P divided by delta T multiplied by delta T. Okay, so this impulse, so simply it means that impulse is equal to delta P. As simple as that. Short of the proof. Impulse is called force multiplied by time. Substitute the equation for the force, that's called delta P by delta T. It becomes simply delta P. So finally we have this impulse is called delta P, and that is equal to also, we can also write like this: delta P is in turn equal to integration of FDT. Integration of FDT, and that's also equal to area under F versus T curve. F versus T curve. Because we know that delta P already from the Newton's second law of motion, that delta P change in linear momentum is equal to the integration of FDT. Okay, so then you can write like this. Okay, so quite easy statement. Impulse momentum theorem is that impulse by force is equal to change in linear momentum of the particle. So that's like this, and easiest proof possible. It's equal to F delta T. This is the definition of the impulse. Then F, you can replace F by this delta P divided by delta T. It becomes equal to delta P, and you know the delta P is in turn equal to this. ठीक है ना बेटा? For example, here we have, अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. In general, suppose that this is a force versus time curve. Force versus time curve. Suppose the curve is like this, anything like this. Okay, now we calculate the area under this. Area under this. The area under this will be equal to area under force versus time. That's equal to delta P and linear momentum, and that's also equal to this what impulse. That's also equal to impulse. Okay, हो गया? Is it done? Okay. So till now we are done with what we. I have completely defined what we mean by the impulse force. How we define impulse. We are done with that as well. And what's impulse momentum theorem? Okay, so impulse momentum theorem is simply impulse is equal to change in momentum, and that's also equal to this equation integration of FDT. Okay, now let's do some examples. A couple of examples on this impulse. Let's do some examples on this, because continuously the examples are asked from here. Okay. Okay, let's do example number 1. Example number 1. For example, force is given as a function of time like this. Force is given as a function of time. F is a function of impulse between t equal to 0 second and t equal to 2 seconds. Let's calculate only this impulse between t equal to 0 second and t equal to. So simply I will use this equation that impulse is equal to delta t, and that's also equal to integration of f dt. As simple as that. So substitute the value f here. Impulse will be equal to integration of f के बदले में क्या लिखना बेटा 60 square plus 4t plus 1 dt, and the limits of integration are from 0 to 2 seconds. So lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2. I will be equal to integration of x raised to the power n is x raised to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So इसका मतलब ये 60 cube divided by 3 बन जाएगा, 4t square by 2 बन जाएगा ये plus t. The lower limit is 0, upper limit is 2. Obviously lower limit will vanish because ये भी 0 बन जाएगा, ये भी 0 बन जाएगा, ये भी 0 बन जाएगा. Upper limit will not vanish, so it will be equal to 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So 2 multiplied by t के बदले क्या लिखेंगे 2 cube plus 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So 2 multiplied by 2 square plus t के बदले 2, this upper limit minus lower limit is 0. So it will be equal to 2 cube is 8, 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. 2 square is 4, 4 2s are 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 16 is 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 16 is 26 momentum, and its unit is same as that of change of momentum, kilogram meter per second. So this is the impulse. Quite easy. Okay. Okay. Next example. Example number 2. अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. Example number 2 is this example. Okay. Example is like this. Example is like this. For example, there is a ball of mass. Let's suppose its mass is 4 kg. Ball of mass 4 kg, moving with velocity. Moving with velocity of let us suppose it is equal to 10 meter per second. Moving with the velocity of 10 meter per second is caught by player. Is caught by player. Okay. Now the question is calculate. Question is calculate impulse of the force. Calculate impulse of force. ठीक है ना बेटा? So what we have to calculate impulse of force. So it's quite easy to calculate the impulse of force. Simply it's like this. That this impulse is equal to change in momentum. Impulse momentum okay, solution is like this. Change in momentum. Okay. So initial momentum. So here I will write down what's the initial momentum. P1 will be equal to mass multiplied by initial velocity V1. Mass is how much? That's equal to 4 kg. Initial velocity is equal to 10. So that's equal to 40 kilogram meter per second. ठीक है ना बेटा? This initial momentum. Okay. Then final momentum will be obviously equal to 0 because when the player catches the ball, its velocity is equal to 0. Then its velocity is 0. So obviously movement is also equal to 0. That means delta P, change in momentum, magnitude wise it will be 40 minus 0. That's equal to 40 kilogram meter per second. It will be in turn equal to impulse. So ये रहा answer. Easiest of the lot. Quite easy. ठीक है ना बेटा? अगर suppose collision time आपका दिया गया है, suppose it is given to you, there is collision time. Collision time is, let's suppose it's equal to 10 raised to the power minus 1 second. दिया गया है. Collision time is 10 raised to the power minus 1 second. Then we can calculate the force as well. You want to calculate force. Force will be equal to what? Delta P divided by delta T. So delta P is 40 divided by delta T. Delta T के बाद क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? 10 raised to the power minus 1. So it becomes 40 multiplied by 10. That is equal to 400 Newton. This force. So ये रहा A part, ये रहा B part. Okay. So we can calculate the impulse as well as the force if collision time is given to us. Okay. So such an example is continuous. On regular basis, such an example is asked. So again, pause the screen and write it down. यहाँ तक लिखो बेटा. अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. One more example. Example number 3. Example number 3 is like this. For example, it is given to you that this is a vertical surface here, a rigid surface. Vertical rigid surface. And here is a ball. Its mass is given, it's m, and it's moving in this direction with velocity v given to you. it will collide with the ball and bounce in the backward direction with the same velocity. It is given to you that the ball, here I will write down, ball collides with the ball. Collides with the ball. With the wall normally. Normally implies perpendicular to the surface. Normally, and bounces backwards and bounces back with the same velocity. Bounces back with the same velocity. With the same velocity. Calculate impulse. Calculate impulse and force. Calculate impulse and force. Okay, so this is the initial velocity, that is equal to v. Now if you collide and then it will bounce the backward direction, so after collision this ball will be here, somewhere here, its mass will be m, and this will be the velocity v in the backward direction. This is initial snapshot, so here I will write down I, and this is the final snapshot after collision, this is before collision. Okay, so again we'll use what? Impulse momentum theorem. First of all, calculate the change in momentum, that will be in turn equal to impulse, then from there you can calculate the force as well. Okay, so here I will write down A part. Let's first of all calculate what? Impulse. In order to calculate impulse, we will calculate the change in momentum. So here I will write down initial momentum, P in vector form. Initial momentum is mass multiplied by velocity, so m multiplied by v, since this is vector quantity and it is directed along the x direction, this x direction towards right. So here I will write down unit vector I cap. Because I cap is a unit vector that is directed along the positive x axis. Okay. And final momentum, how much is final momentum after collision? What is the momentum? That's again m multiplied by v, but it's in this direction, so minus I cap, minus here I cap. Okay, the next is that calculate delta t. Delta t will be equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum is minus m multiplied by v into I cap, then this negative sign, and this here m into v into I cap. Okay, so simply minus mv I cap minus mv I cap will be equal to minus 2 times m into v into I cap. This is delta t. So this is change in momentum, and this also equal to impulse. बस हो गया, ठीक है ना बेटा? Simply calculate change in momentum, that will be in turn equal to impulse. Okay, and suppose that you want to calculate the magnitude of the impulse. You want to calculate magnitude of impulse. Okay, so let's see how to calculate the magnitude of impulse. So simply like this, that is magnitude of impulse I will be simply equal to 2 mv plus हो गया twice m into v. This is the magnitude of the impulse. Okay, and this question is as such asked in AIPMT 22F. AIPMT 22F. Exactly same question and exactly same answer it has. Okay, B part is that you want to calculate the force. Force will be in turn equal delta P divided by delta T like this. Okay, where delta T is the collision time. Suppose that is given to you that the delta T is collision time here. Collision time implies that the time taken by the ball to collide with the wall and then bounce the backward direction. That's called collision time. Okay, so delta, so force F will be equal to P के बदले हम क्या लिखेंगे? Minus 2 mv into I cap, that will be delta T. And if you want to calculate the force, magnitude of the force, that is simply twice mv divided by delta T. As simple as that. बस हो गया. Is it done? So again pause the screen and write down लिखो बेटा यहाँ पर लिखो बेटा. Is it done? Okay. Let's do one more example on this. अब देखो बेटा. Again similar example. Okay. Suppose that there is a ball of mass m. It is going with the velocity v. Then it collides with the wall. But it is given to you this time that the ball. Here I will write down ball. This is example number 4. Ball loses 50% of its velocity. Upon collision. Loses 50% of its velocity upon collision. 50% of its velocity upon collision. Calculate. Again same question. Calculate A part impulse, B part force exerted by the ball on the wall. Okay. So So again same question. Again similar question, that if the ball whose mass and its velocity is v, it will collide with the wall, but this time it loses velocity. How much velocity? It loses half, 50% velocity. When it loses 50%, so obviously its velocity after collision will not be equal to v, but that will be equal to v by 2, because it loses half of its velocity. So the velocity will be how much? V by 2. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now same question, calculate impulse and calculate force. First of all, pause the screen and try it yourself. ये देखो आप खुद कर सकते हो ये बेटा. Try it yourself. Okay. Now it's like this. A part is like this. Impulse I will be equal to, how much is that? Impulse is how much? That's equal to delta P. Impulse momentum theorem. Okay. So let's calculate first of all delta P. For calculating delta P, what is the initial momentum? That's equal to m multiplied by v into I cap. What is final momentum? Final momentum is equal to minus times m into v divided by 2 multiplied by I cap, isn't it? Final momentum is mass multiplied velocity, so m into v by 2 multiplied by I cap. Then calculate delta P, change in momentum, that will be equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Initial momentum. तो कितना आ जाएगा? Final momentum is how much? Minus m v by 2 I cap minus m v I cap. Okay? So here I will write down delta P. Delta P will be equal to this. This here minus 1 by 2 minus 1, that's minus 3 by 2. So minus 3 by 2 आ जाएगा, cross multiplication. MVI, so this delta P. And this also equal to impulse. Okay? And now if you want to calculate the magnitude of impulse, that is simply 3 by 2 m multiplied by v. But that's also equal to magnitude of change in momentum. And you want to calculate v part, that is force. Force will be equal to what? Delta P divided by delta T. Delta P is how much? That's equal to minus 3 by 2 m into v into I cap divided by delta T. So this is the force. बस ये है force. And you want to calculate magnitude, simply it is 3 by 2 mv divided by delta T. बस हो गया. Quite easily done. Okay. Is it done? Okay. अब ध्यान रखो बेटा. Again pause the screen and write it down. और एक example कर लेते हैं बेटा. Concentrate. Let's do one more example. Let's do one more example. That's a bit complicated. थोड़ा सा difficult है वो example. ध्यान रखो बेटा. Suppose it is given to you that this is a horizontal surface. This is the horizontal surface. This example number 5. Example number 5 is a horizontal surface. Okay. And this is the normal to the horizontal surface like this. Perpendicular to the horizontal surface. Okay. Now ball is coming like this. So this is ball here. Its mass m. It's coming like this. Its velocity v. And this is called angle of incidence, which is theta. Okay. It will collide with this. Then it will go along this direction. Such that this angle is also equal to theta. And this is the ball whose mass is m and its velocity is again equal to v. Exactly same question. Question is calculate. Calculate. You will have to calculate what impulse. Calculate impulse and force exerted by the ball on the wall. Okay, and what's given to you is this. What's given to you is this, that the mass of the ball is equal to 2 kg, velocity of the ball is equal to 10 meter per second, angle of incidence theta that is equal to 60 degree, and this collision time delta T that's equal to let's suppose it is equal to 1 second. It's equal to 1 second. Let's take 2 seconds. It's equal to 2 seconds. Okay, these parameters are given to you, and you will have to calculate 2 parameters. That is, you will have to calculate the impulse and you will have to calculate the force. So simply how to do it? Calculate the change in momentum, and the change in momentum will be in turn equal to impulse. Okay, so let's calculate first of all change in momentum. In order to calculate change in momentum, we have to calculate what's the momentum of the ball before collision and what's the momentum of the ball after the collision. Then the difference of the two will give the change in momentum. As simple as that. So let's first of all calculate the initial momentum Pi. Pi implies initial momentum. Okay, so for that we have to resolve this velocity into the two rectangular components, or we have to resolve the momentum into two rectangular components. Its momentum is m multiplied by v. Okay, now I will resolve the two rectangular components. ध्यान रखो बेटा. दिस हियर वेलोसिटी v ऑफ दिस, ओके। ये थीटा तो ये एंगल भी थीटा, ठीक है ना बेटा, alternate angles. So its momentum is mv, so this component will be mv cos theta and this component will be mv sin theta, ठीक है ना बेटा। Now here I will resolve this as we have two rectangular components, ये थीटा तो ये भी थीटा, okay, they are called corresponding angles, okay। So its momentum is mv, so its horizontal component will be mv into sin theta, vertical component will be mv into cos theta, okay। So we have resolved the momentum into the rectangular components. Now the initial momentum, or here I will write down simply p1 initial momentum. How much is initial momentum? That is now equal to mv sin theta into I cap. ये इस दिशा में, this is I cap like this, this here I cap, this is minus I cap, this is j cap, downwards is minus j, okay। So momentum here is called mv sin theta I cap and this minus mv cos theta j cap. So this is the initial momentum, ठीक। Final momentum after collision, the momentum is like this, final momentum of this, that's equal to mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, ठीक है ना बेटा। So mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, okay, okay। So initial momentum is like this, mv sin theta I cap minus mv cos theta j cap, and this is mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, okay। Then calculate change in momentum, delta p will be equal to p2 minus p1, so this will be equal to p2, how much is p2, mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, now negative sign, so this will be negative, this will be positive, minus mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, ठीक है ना बेटा। Minus plus minus and minus minus plus, now this term and this term will cancel and this will add mv cos theta j cap and mv cos theta j cap, so delta p will be equal to 2 times mv cos theta j cap and that's also equal to impulse, तो ये है इसका आंसर, okay। And if for example you want to calculate simply the magnitude of the delta p, that will be simply equal to twice mv cos theta, ये है इसका आंसर। Then substitute the value, now substitute the value, so here I will write down 2 multiplied by mass के बदले 2, velocity is 10, that is given, mass 2, velocity is 10, theta is 60 degree, multiplied by cos 60 degree, so 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 10, बोलो बेटा cos 60 कितना होता है, 1 by 2, that's exactly 1 by 2, so this and this will cancel, this is 2 into 10 is 20, so delta p will be equal to 20 kilogram meter per second, so ये है इसका आंसर, और this also equal to impulse, this equal to impulse, तो impulse कितना निकला, 20 kilogram meter per second। Then b part is that you want to calculate the average force, that will be simply equal to delta p divided by delta t, this is 20 divided by 2, that is equal to 10 newton, because delta t is given, that's 2 seconds, तो आंसर क्या निकला, 10 newton, simple, is it done, ये समझ में आया बेटा। Simply like this, again I will repeat, अब ध्यान रखो बेटा, इस दिशा में, in this direction there is momentum which is called m multiplied by v, in this direction there is momentum which is called m multiplied by v, fine, okay। So first of all what you do is this, you resolve this momentum, linear momentum, direct angular components, ये थीटा तो ये भी थीटा, ये थीटा तो ये थीटा, ठीक है ना बेटा। Now if this is theta, this is here momentum mv, so in this इस दिशा में component होगा mv cos theta, इस दिशा में component होगा mv sin theta, इस दिशा में component होगा mv cos theta, इस दिशा में component होगा mv sin theta, so initial momentum is mv sin theta I cap minus mv cos theta j cap, because this is vertically downwards, this here mv sin theta I cap plus mv cos theta j cap, so initial final delta p will be final minus initial, final ये initial ये बन जाएगा minus, ये बन जाएगा plus, then this term and this term will cancel, this and this will add, so this is the delta p and that's called impulse, then substitute the values, you will get the answer, and then from there you can calculate the average force, okay। So pause the screen and write it down, देखो बेटा ये, let's do one more example of this type, let's do one more example, अब देखो बेटा, there's one more example, example number 6, and that example number 6 is as such asked in NEET 2016. NEET 2016. This example is as such asked in NEET 2016. Example is exactly same, and simply you have to calculate what the impulse. Okay, calculate the impulse. Okay, exert with the ball and the force. Let's calculate force. Actually, you have to calculate only impulse, but we can calculate force as well. Okay. So example is like this. Up there, this is a vertical wall here, like this, and this is normal to it, and this is a ball here. Its mass is m. It is going in this direction with velocity v, and then it moves in this direction with velocity v. This is ball here of mass m. The angle theta, so ये भी theta. Again, same question. Calculate impulse. Simple. तो बेटा कैसे कर लेंगे? Okay, pause the screen and try it yourself first of all. Okay. Okay, now how to do it? First of all, resolve this linear momentum into two rectangular components. Resolve this linear moment into two rectangular components. Then calculate delta p. That's equal to impulse. As simple as that. Okay. So इसका momentum क्या है? M multiplied by v. So I will resolve this into the rectangular component. ठीक है ना बेटा? ये थीटा तो ये भी थीटा होगा. So this will be mv cos theta and this will be mv sin theta. Okay. Then here ये थीटा तो ये भी थीटा, तो ये होगा एम वी कॉस थीटा और ये हो गया एम वी साइन थीटा. ठीक है ना बेटा? अब देखो शॉर्ट कैसे करते हैं, हाउ टू डू इट विद द नो टाइम. दिस हियर एम वी साइन थीटा, एम वी साइन थीटा, देयर मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन सेम, सो दे विल कैंसल इट, बिकॉज व्हेन यू विल subtract this from this p2 minus p1, so this mv sin theta, mv sin theta will cancel. This and this, their magnitude is same, but the direction is opposite. So when you subtract the two, you will get the two terms will get added. So the delta p will be simply equal to 2 times mv cos theta, and that will be equal to impulse. अब देखो कैसे करने. अब देखो बेटा solution. So first of all, calculate p1 initial momentum. That will be equal to mv cos theta ik. Towards right, downward, so j cap minus j cap, so minus mv sin theta j cap. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then p2 final momentum after collision, that will be here mv cos theta I cap, but minus towards left, downwards minus mv sin theta into j cap. Let's calculate delta p, which is equal to impulse is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum क्या बन जाएगा बेटा? minus mv cos theta I cap minus mv sin theta j cap. Then negative sign here, so this will become minus and this will become plus. Minus mv cos theta I cap plus mv sin theta j cap. अब देखो बेटा कौन सी टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगी. So this is negative here and this is positive, so this and this will cancel. This is negative, they will add up. So the delta p will be finally equal to minus 2 times mv cos theta I cap, that will be in turn equal to what? Impulse, sorry. That's equal to impulse. Okay. And if you want to calculate the magnitude of impulse, I will be simply equal to twice mv into cos theta. That's the answer. This is the answer. ठीक है ना बेटा? शॉर्टकट ये, this and this, their magnitude is same and direction is same, so they will cancel. This and this, their magnitude is same but direction opposite, so they will add. The answer will be simply mv cos theta plus mv cos theta, that's twice mv cos theta. And then if you want to calculate the force, it will be equal to impulse delta p divided by delta t, or impulse by delta t, that's equal to twice mv cos theta divided by delta t, where delta t is collision. बस हो गया. Done? Okay. So enough for today. So I will revise it a bit. So first of all, we have done examples on the Newton's second law of motion. Then we have defined what is impulse and what's impulsive force and what's impulse momentum theorem. We have done examples on that as well. Okay. So next lecture will be free body diagrams.